What's going on, guys? MMuniz here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about my favorite topic, which is credit cards. More specifically, we're going to go over the exact credit cards that I have in my wallet and also my digital wallet in the summer of 2022. Now, we're going to talk about the reason that I have each of these cards. We're not going to talk about sign-up bonuses or referrals or anything like that. We're only going to talk about why each card has a place in my current wallet. Surprisingly, this changes pretty often. At the end of the video, we're going to look at my monthly expenses. It's just an estimate, a roundabout number. And I'm going to show you which credit card I use for each expense, how much money I make off of that, and basically show you why I choose to do what I do. Now, before we get into the video, we got to go over a quick disclaimer. We got to talk about the golden rule of credit. No matter what happens, you got to make sure that you're paying your bill in full every single month. As soon as you're holding a balance and paying interest, unless you're using a 0% interest card, you're washing away any of those positive returns that you're gaining by taking advantage of credit cards as a tool. So as long as you got self-discipline and you can live frugally, you're going to find that your life is going to be a lot more stress-free. You're going to be paid to do the things you need to do on a daily basis. So let's get into the video. Now, the first card we're going to talk about is going to be the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. And the reason that this is number one is because if you only hold one credit card, this is the credit card that I recommend for you. This credit card can benefit everyone. It is super basic, has no annual fee. Just anytime you use this credit card, you're going to get 2% cash back. So if you spend $100, you're getting $2 back. You spend $1,000, you're getting 20 bucks for free. You cannot go wrong with the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Now, if you're like me and you want to get a little bit spicier, you can add a second card out of the Wells Fargo family. And I call this the Dynamic Duo. I think this is a really good combination of cards. And if you're only going to hold two cards, I think this is a great option for you, especially if you're not really into traveling. So the reason that I have this card is because this card, not only does it offer cash back on all my purchases, but it gives me a few strategic categories that allow me to get more than the 2%. Now, I personally won't use a credit card if I'm going to get less than 2%, and that's the way that you guys should be as well. So with this card, anytime that I go out to a restaurant, I choose to use this card because I get 3% cash back. Now, it does offer 3% on gas stations and phone bills and stuff like that, but for me, I'm only using it for the restaurants, 3% cash back. My wife and I, we go out to restaurants maybe like 2 or 3 times a month, not too often, but it's a perfect option right now and there is no annual fee. That's why I love the Wells Fargo cards. Now, if you're looking for a video that breaks down the Active Cash card or the Wells Fargo autograph card, I do have them linked below in the description, so feel free to check them out. Now we're going to start getting into the higher numbers. We talked about the 2% and the 3%, but there's even better options. So the next card we're going to go over, and this one's going to be a staple for almost everyone, is going to be your Amazon Prime Rewards card. So if you purchase from Amazon, anytime that you're buying something that's on Amazon Prime, you're going to get 5% cash back. Now, it is considered Amazon credits, but if you're like me and my family, you're going to be using that all the time. Every month, I'm buying stuff on Amazon, actually almost on a daily basis, whether it's stuff for the baby, just random things around the house. There's always stuff I got to buy. Gifts for holidays or friends, stuff like that. Amazon Prime is the way to go. Super convenient, the best return policy. Everything is so easy with them. Once again, if you noticed, I like the cards without an annual fee. That card checks that box as well. So no annual fee, 5% back anytime you're buying Amazon products. Now the next credit cards, and yeah, I know I hold a lot of credit cards, but you got to. It's free money. So we're going to talk about the Chase Trifecta. And I talk about these cards pretty often. We've got the Chase Freedom Flex, which right now offers 10% cash back on gas, and that's if you signed up in 2022. Now for this quarter, it's only 5%, but it does stack on top of the year promotion for 2022, which is an additional 5%. So 10% cash back on gas. Now the sad part is, I don't actually pay for gas, so it doesn't help me. But I still do have it in case I need to get like gas for my lawnmower or something. And the reason I don't have to pay for gas is because I work in the oil industry, and I'm pretty lucky that way. But for my wife, Freedom Flex is an awesome card for her that she takes advantage of on a weekly basis. The next card is actually the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Now, I don't have this card with me right now because I actually have it sitting in my wife's wallet. And the reason for that is right now, Chase gave me an offer where they're giving me 5% cash back anytime I use that card for groceries. Now, my wife does all the grocery shopping, so she holds my credit card. Every time she spends $100, $5 is coming back. So awesome opportunity. But one thing to keep in mind is that was an offer that Chase specifically sought to give me via email. I don't think they offer that to everybody. I honestly don't know why they chose me. Maybe because I wasn't using it that much, but either way, I'll take it. 5% cash back, awesome. And then the last piece of the trifecta is normally the Sapphire Preferred, but for me it's not. It's actually going to be the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. And the reason I have this one, real specific reason, is it has a pay yourself back option that gives you 1.25% back for every 1 point, and it applies to utilities. Now, with my company, they actually pay me back for utilities. So what I do is I buy the utilities on my credit card, on the Inc. Business Preferred, and my company reimburses me for that anyways via a cash paycheck. And then on top of that, I reimburse my Chase points to pay for it. So essentially for a $75 internet bill, I'm only using about $60 worth of points, and my company is paying me $75. So really huge benefit for me there. Once again, this is something that only applies to me. But the beauty of credit is there's so many different credit cards out there that can appeal to anyone and any financial situation that they're currently in. Almost everyone out there that isn't using credit cards right now would benefit by taking advantage of credit cards like I do. So basically with the Chase trifecta, all of my points I earn go to that Inc. Business Preferred to pay for that internet bill on a monthly basis. And now the last card that I have, and this one's just in my digital wallet, I normally wouldn't have this card, but I got an email from Capital One saying if I signed up for their Quicksilver card, they'd give me a $300 cash bonus for spending $500. So even though the card only offers 1.5% cash back, I had to do this. You know, I'm doing some work in my basement right now, so I'm gonna buy some stuff from Home Depot, and I'm gonna get $300 off a $500 purchase just because they gave me that offer. Now, normally the Quicksilver bonus is only $200. So keep that in mind. But either way, $200 return on a $500 investment, that's pretty dang good. And remember, all this money is tax-free. Now, technically, you could be taxed on it, but you don't receive a 1099 from the banks when it comes to your credit cards. If you were to, typically these are seen as rebates or rewards, and they're not paid out as directly cash. Now, if you're signing up for a checking account or a savings account and there's a sign-up bonus, that will count as income and you will pay taxes on that. So for credit cards, it's different. Just keep that in mind. And that's pretty much what's in my wallet right now. I'm using those on a monthly basis, and probably for the end of the year, it's not going to change because I've already gotten 3 new credit cards this year, and I try to only do a maximum of 3 per year. Last thing I want to say to keep in mind is I'm going to show you my budget now, or my monthly expenses where I use these credit cards, and it's only going to show a small return on a monthly basis, which you may not think is worth it, but that doesn't include all of the sign-up bonuses that I receive. I would say on average, if you take all my sign-up bonuses and you take all my referrals where I refer like a family member or a friend or even someone in my YouTube video to sign up for a card, I make around $3,000 to $5,000 a year just from those. That's pretty impressive of tax-free money. I mean, that's enough to pay for a vacation for my wife and I. So I always say when it comes to convincing someone to get a credit card, you're not being a salesman. You're literally just helping them. You're making their life better. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick little breakdown of my monthly budget. It's not really a budget, but more of just what I spend on average. The last thing I'm going to mention is that this is what I spend, not what my wife spends. So when it comes to groceries, you know, we have me, my daughter, and my wife. We spend probably close to $800, but I spend half of that, and the reason I have an extra $50 is because sometimes I buy beer or liquor or whatever. So when it comes to groceries, right now I'm currently using the Chase Unlimited, and that's because they gave me that offer of 5% cash back. So I would earn $22.50. When I redeem it for the 1.25% cash back using the pay yourself back function. So I get that $28.13 for my monthly expenses. When we go out to dinner, this is typically something that I'll pay for. We'll say on average $250 a month. I do use the Autograph Wells Fargo card right now, which offers 3% cash back and a flat $7.50 return. Now my utilities, on average, between electric and gas for not only my house, but my barn, water, trash, that kind of stuff, is around $300. I do use the Active Cash Wells Fargo card for that spicy 2%, which gives me a $6 return. Now, this is kind of the cool one for me that won't apply to everybody, but for me specifically, I spend $75 a month on internet, and I get 1.5% cash back with that card, which only nets me $1.13. However, because I use my points to redeem and pay that off, and then my company pays me all of the money, I get $75 for free from my company. So that's kind of a mix of credit card value and, you know, personal job, but I still put it in here because it requires me to use the credit card for this. The next thing is gas. I do not spend any money on gas, but if I did, I would be using the Freedom Flex right now, which has a 10% return on gas currently that goes through September. and then a 5% for the rest of 2022. So I earn $0 because I do not buy gas. And then when it comes to Amazon, random gifts, holidays, birthdays, I typically will shop on Amazon Prime because it's so convenient and easy. I get a 5% return and it's around $5. So altogether, my total redemption would be around $121 a month that I make for free just from buying the things that I need to buy on a normal basis. Now, if we remove my company payback, we'll say I make around $50 a month, which is a great return when it doesn't include the sign-up bonuses or the referrals from referring family members or friends. And you may be wondering, there's some stuff missing from your budget. Where is your streaming services, your Netflix, your Disney, all that kind of stuff? Well, I use my friends and family for that stuff. I don't consider myself a mooch because I try to provide value myself. And by doing that, I let my family use my Amazon Prime and we all win. The other thing is I don't have a gym membership or a hobby that I'm paying for. And the reason is because I own my own gym. I have a barn that has a gym that I built. I do have a video on it and I will be doing a new one soon actually. And the value I provide is anybody from my friends or family that wants to come work out with me is more than welcome to come. And I do have some people that hit me up on that offer. And it's awesome because I like working out with my friends and family. And the last but not least is I do pay a mortgage. I do not have car payments or any other type of debt, but I do pay a mortgage. And I pay that in cash because I can't use my credit card, which is sad. So all in all, I wanted to make this video to show you guys that you can still have a bunch of credit cards. You can be a credit card churner, make a lot of money for free, and still have great credit. My credit score is still around 800. I've never had any issues getting loans or anything like that. This video was about my current situation, but like I said before, credit cards really fit into any family and can offer all different types of varieties, whether you're a traveler or you're someone like me that has a newborn kid who isn't traveling anymore. We're always able to benefit from something like that if you remember the golden rule of credit: always pay your bills. Now, if you're still watching the video, I want to know from you guys, what credit cards do you have? Are there any credit cards that I have that you're now interested in? Let me know in the comments. I do my best to respond to every comment in all of my videos. And last but not least, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. We do weekly content on anything related to personal finance or fitness. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.